Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I am your host, the amazing T Street. I'm excited to bring today's topic, y'all, because it feels right in my spirit. Today's topic: dance like the photos not being tagged. Dance like the photo is not being tagged. Let's be honest, we all dance differently when we think nobody is recording. Like most people know, I can't dance. So I usually only dance when I'm at home. I can't dance because rhythm and coordination is not my gifting. But the moment a phone comes out, we freeze. I do. We stiffen up. We start checking the angles to make sure that what we're doing is right. But the truth is, life was never meant to be lived for the highlight reel. Life was never meant to be lived for the highlight reel. Sometimes freedom begins when you dance like the photos not being tagged. Y'all like that one? Good morning, Alana. Sometimes we got to dance like the photo is not being tagged. The first thing we got to do is we have to stop living for other people's lenses. We got to stop living for other people's lenses. We live in a world where everything is documented, posted, and then judged. So we start editing ourselves before anyone else can edit us. We mute our joy so we don't look extra. We shrink from our passion so we don't look foolish. And we delay obedience waiting on the approval of other people. But here's the truth: if you live for the camera, you'll lose the moment. Some of my best moments in my life have happened when my hair wasn't perfect, when my steps weren't choreographed, and when my joy wasn't curated. I'm done letting spectators dictate my steps. Step number two: give yourself permission to be fully present in every moment. There's a difference between performing and participating. Performing says, how do I look doing this? Participating says, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm all in, and I'm giving it everything I got, no matter how it looks. When you dance like the photo's not being tagged, you laugh louder, you move freer, you stop rehearsing, and you start living. Some of us are so busy managing perception that we're missing purpose. I'm going to give that one to you again. Some of us are so busy managing perception that we're missing purpose. But presence is power. I refuse to pose my way through my purpose. I'm not posing for y'all to give me this. I'm going to live life like it's a vapor, and I'm going to enjoy every single minute, even in the hard times. The third step: give yourself permission to be fully present. Third step, my bad, y'all. I just missed one. The third step: embrace joy without explanation or apology. Embrace joy without explanation or apology. You don't owe anyone explanation for your joy. Not everyone will understand your praise, your passion, or your process. And you know what? That's okay because your joy wasn't for them anyway. When you stop worrying about being tagged, you start being transformed. I said it. When you stop worrying about being tagged, you start being transformed. Fear, it loses its grip. When you stop caring that people are going to disapprove of you or people aren't going to give you rave reviews, fear, it loses its grip. The shame that you sometimes walk in, it loses its hold on you. Authenticity shows up as the lead character in your life when you are unafraid. When you're unafraid to embrace joy without explanation or apology. So I don't know about you, but I'm choosing freedom over filters. I had to post a few weeks ago. Somebody walked up to me, y'all, and I didn't know who she was because we're not friends in real life. We're only friends on social. And I've never seen a photo of her on social that didn't have a filter. So when she walked up to me, I felt terrible. I didn't say, "Oh, I don't recognize you." Y'all thought that's what I said. I'm not rude. I don't do that. I was just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't always recognize people in person when we're only friends on Facebook." So I had to apologize. But the real reason was, y'all, I didn't recognize her because I've never seen her. I've only seen the filters that shield me from who she really is. So in this season, I'm choosing freedom over filters. So dance. So dance. Good morning, Jackie. So dance, y'all. Not polished, but present. Not perfect, but purposeful. Not approved, but authentic. Because the real moments, the healing ones, the joyful ones, the life changing ones happen when you dance like the photo is not being tagged. I'm closing with this. When I stopped worrying about who's watching, I started living like I'm free. I don't know who that was for this morning. Good morning, Deaconess Rhonda. But I came by to tell somebody this morning that you got to dance like the photos not being tagged. And how do you do that? You stop living for other people's lenses. You give yourself permission to be fully present. And you embrace joy without explanation or apology. I'm the amazing T Street, but y'all already know there's absolutely positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. So I dog double dare you today to dance like the photo is not being tagged. Have an amazing day, y'all. Thank you so much for coming on and experiencing coffee with tea. Have an amazing day.